Good morning, dear students. Welcome to the session. Now I'm going to explain the incidents that happen in Act 5 of As You Like It, and this is going to be the concluding session. In Act 5, the senior Duke enters. The Duke Senior enters with his loyal lords and Orlando at the wedding ceremony, and he's not sure about Ganymede's promise to bring Rosalind, because Ganymede has promised Orlando that she would bring Rosalind. And as expected, Rosalind arrives still in disguise with Sylvius and Phoebe here. Ganymede asks the Duke if he will give Rosalind to Orlando. The Duke agrees happily, but says that he has no wealth for offer. But Orlando says that all he wants is only Rosalind, not wealth or kingdoms. Then Ganymede asks Phoebe to marry Sylvius and accept him as her husband. The Duke sees in Ganymede the likeness of his daughter. He doubts that she must be his daughter. Even Orlando also admits at the same time that he has found a striking similarity to Rosalind in Ganymede. And he said that Ganymede is born in the forest, but lacks grace and education and has learned some magic from his uncle. Audrey and Touchstone arrive at the wedding place. Jacques comments as another pair entering into matrimony. Touchstones feels very happy at the audience, and he shows his wit for some time. Hymen, the goddess of marriages, arrive with Rosalind and Celia. Now Rosalind is in her original feminine attire and is introduced by Hymen to the Duke and Orlando. Both Duke and Orlando are wonderstruck to see Rosalind. Rosalind explains the mystery and is of course no longer wanted by Phoebe. She made fun of Phoebe, saying that she can't marry her as she is a woman. Hymen announces that Orlando and Rosalind, Oliver and Celia, Sylvius and Phoebe, and Touchstone and Audrey are now to be married. Jacques de Boys, second son of Sir Roland de Boys and brother of Orlando. He arrives and informs about Duke Frederick's arrival to the forest to kill his elder brother, Duke Senior, and his faithful lords. But surprisingly, Frederick is also transformed by the sermons of a hermit whom he meets in the forest. This is another important transformation after Oliver. Oliver is transformed when he is saved by his brother Orlando, and now Duke Frederick is also transformed into a good human being when he is met by a hermit and when he heard the sermons of a hermit. He was very much influenced by his sermons and he got changed himself into a good man. And he decides to terminate his brother's punishment and to hand over his kingdom to him. And he enters upon a monastic life. Now Duke Junior announces that all his faithful followers will have the share in the fortune and kingdom. Jacques, after hearing the Duke Frederick's decision to become a monk, he wishes to see him and visit him. While departing, he congratulates Duke Senior and wishes all couples happy married life. And he leaves without philosophizing on life now. This is the end or the climax of the play As You Like It, where all the couples got married and all the people or all the characters feel very happy at the end of the play. And after they got married, epilogue is spoken by Rosalind. Epilogue is spoken by Rosalind at the end of the play, and epilogue is an apology for the play itself, since it seeks pardon from the audience for the faults in the play. Rosalind feels she may not impress the audience, and she tells all the women audience to appreciate the play for the sake of love they have for men. And she tells all the men audience to like the play for the sake of love they have for women. And she hopes that the play will be appreciated by all. Thus, she concludes her epilogue. The important highlights of this act are arrival of Rosalind in her original feminine attire. This is really a pleasant shock to Orlando and Duke Senior, and all the characters in the play. And arrival of Hymen, the goddess of marriage, who announces the marriage of all couples. Rosalind discloses the mystery and announcement of the marriages of all four couples: Rosalind and Orlando, Celia and Oliver, Sylvester and Phoebe, Audrey and Touchstone. And another important incident that happens in this act is Duke Frederick's transformation by a hermit summons and his decision to become a monk. Jacques wishes all the best and leaves to visit Duke Frederick. At last, Rosalind speaks an epilogue and asks audience to like the play for the love they have for men and women. With this, the play ends and I conclude my session. Thank you.